Hey, how's it going guys? My name is Artorigold, and recently we just got a huge patch, and I really want to go over Baptiste in particular. He got some pretty amazing buffs where his heal ammo was increased by 2 and his ultimate duration was also increased by 2. Now, Baptiste hasn't been out for very long, but he has already changed the meta in a significant way, including the bunker team comp. Thanks to him, he can keep Bastion alive, Orisa alive, and they all kind of just stack on top of each other while protected by the shield, deal damage, and then you can heal everybody because your right click is essentially a giant AoE heal, including your shift ability, and then you can use your immortality field to make sure that Bastion can stay alive, and you can even put it around corners and line of sight, making him extremely strong, durable, and a very great healer, but he doesn't work on every map. I think he is a very situational healer, and he does what he does very well. As you can see, especially in a clip that I'm about to show you, he does an insane amount of damage and healing at the same time. I kind of like to compare him a lot to Moira, someone that does healing and damage at the same time, and she's kind of based around choosing between what you want to do when in, do you want to heal in the situation or do you want to DPS? I believe Baptiste does the same exact thing as Moira, except way better. And also one big huge thing that I don't think many people talk about when playing Baptiste, which is his passive, which is where you can jump really high onto the high ground, allowing you to get to places that make you unreachable, especially against enemy teams that do not have any really good dive comps or like a sniper that you have to worry about, something like that. So one of the things that I want to talk about with Baptiste is when to play him. A lot of people kind of just play him whenever, and although you could fit him in with a lot of team comps, he does not do very well with dive. He is best when working with a Roadhog and Orisa as your tanks, but he also does really well with a Reinhardt. If you can coordinate together with a Reinhardt and you're able to have him use a Fire Strike or Flame Strike, whatever you want to call it, and have him use it through one of your windows, you will completely decimate anybody, probably one-shot any squishy. The damage amplification on that ability and the fact that it can go through barriers makes it incredibly overpowered. I want to go over a few clips, a little bit of a VOD review moment, and kind of talk about the thought process of Baptiste, because I believe people are playing him way too passively. You need to go out there and play him aggressively. Your immortality field is completely broken. So let's go over the first clip. So to begin with, we are about to capture the first point. I'm kind of on the high ground a little bit, which gives me a good angle over the Orisa shield, allowing me to heal my teammates and do damage at the same exact time. This is kind of a great little spot. As you can see here, the Orisa shield only protecting Orisa. My team is very easy to heal and on the point, and I can also help protect these people who are trying to flank from behind. So this angle on the high ground is kind of what you want to do with Baptiste every single time. The only thing you need to really worry about is basically a Winston or Diva who are going to dive you, but since the enemy has a Roadhog and an Orisa, that I don't have to worry about that. So the next thing you have to worry about are Genjis and Tracers, both of which they don't have. They have a McCree, a Widowmaker, and a Hanzo. So really the only big threats to being on the high ground as Baptiste in this instance is being a sniper. So since Widowmaker is already dead in this instance, the only person I really have to worry about is Hanzo, who is definitely focused more on the point and helping the Orisa and is not looking at all on any of the stuff going on in the backline. So in this position, this is perfect. The high ground positioning is the best spot you can be for Baptiste, and if you don't have anything to worry about, such as those divers or snipers, right, then all you can do is sit here on the high ground and you can lob the heal grenades, and at the same time you can use your gun in order to do damage. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this clip, and here what I'm deciding to do is focus on helping my team. As you can see, my Genji gets hooked by a Roadhog, so you always want to use your immortality field in ways that are going to save your teammates. That's always going to be like priority number one, right? So if you see a teammate get hooked, obviously you have plenty of time to throw the frisbee as the hook is reeling him in, and you can save his life. And at this point, I'm actually going to move forward and get closer. And because I know that two people are dead and that the point is this close to capturing, right? I don't have to wait for people to come back and kill me. I'm not worried at all about this McCree coming through this door and flashbanging me. And at the same time, there's a Widowmaker, and if I'm underneath this area down here, Widowmaker is not going to be up here and going to be able to shoot my head off, and Hanzo over in this general area back in the way back, right, he's not going to be able to shoot me either. So this positioning is pretty perfect. It also isn't going to stop me from my damage because the Orisa is someone who I want to take care of and flank, while these two are focusing on the front line and maybe shield break. I can shoot and do damage with my Genji at the same time as save him. Just kind of what you're supposed to do. So in this instance, I noticed that they have a lamp, but I also have a complete advantage. Using your window is kind of an amazing spot right here, because not only is an enemy Orisa have to contest this point or else we're going to capture it, but also I'm right underneath my own lamp, and since I just used it, I might as well take full advantage of it. Now usually you want your lamps behind things. For example, you want to put your lamp usually like right here, but then at the same time you have to worry about line of sight, so you'll only be able to have this area which will be covered with your lamp, and you'll have to watch out for this area obviously. But this is a good way for me to do damage and focus the lamp first. That's one thing I think most people aren't doing either. Whenever facing an enemy Baptiste, you want to do exactly what I did right there. You want to make sure you go for the lamp first. Because Genji isn't going to sit and take his time to do that, and neither is Tracer. It's not something they really want to do. They're not focused on that. Also, a small tiny bit of information: if someone is underneath a Baptiste lamp, you can continue doing damage to them while they are immortal, and you will gain ultimate charge. So you gain ultimate charge even though their health isn't going down past that like 40 health minimum or whatever it is. So obviously, if you just aim for the head through a window, you are going to instantly decimate just about anybody that's in that range, and you really don't have to worry about anything because you're fighting under your own lamp. So I just wanted to go over that fight. I wanted to go over a little bit of the positioning, and basically I want to go over how to use the lamp aggressively, which is something that I have been doing a lot lately, and I want to bring that to clip number 2. So, like I said before, you want to use the lamp as a priority to save your allies, but in situations when you have a pick, such as this, and you might be close to your ultimate, and if you have a great place to hide the lamp, which I will be doing somewhere around this line of sight of this door right here, you will be able to sit here and you will be able to DPS everything, and no matter how much damage goes your way, they are not going to be able to do anything about you unless they go around this corner and deal with the lamp. Or unless they're, I don't know, Roadhog and maybe he can hook you, or some way to maybe disjoint you and your movement. So as you see, I'm going to get their attention, and I'm not even worried. I may be antied, but it just doesn't affect me whatsoever because I have a lamp, and as long as I don't stick too far forward around this area where the line of sight is going to be cut off, then I'm going to be completely fine to do as much damage as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and use my window because I get a nano boost here, and I'm going to just completely decimate. And Baptiste does a ton of damage. Now you can't expect to get a nano boost every single time, but with your window you can do a serious amount of damage, and then on top of that, the nano boost, I mean, it just almost completely one-shots that Ana. There is a headshot in there, they would be completely dead too. So the amount of burst damage that you do is just insane, and I want you to be able to take aggressive, I want you to be able to be aggressive with that. And then I want to also show off this very aggressive clip right here. So right here, I see the McCree, he tries to flashbang me, and then he runs away. Obviously, he's over here, you can see the heal beam, and although I might be decimating his team, I know that McCree is still over there. We capture the point, but I know where he's going to be. So I end up going very aggressively back up here. Because of your passive, you're able to see him, and because I have my lamp here, or frisbee, or whatever you call it, in 1 second, I am going to get right into his face, frisbee on top of both of us, because I know that he will not be able to kill me, and it'll give me a lot more time to do damage on him while I do that. So I do miss the lamp. Luckily, he doesn't hit the headshot. I don't know what happened here. I kind of got lucky. To be completely safer, I should have waited and throw my lamp a little quicker. See, I took one shot at the McCree. Right here, I take one shot at the McCree and then look down, and I'm about to lamp. However, I should have lamped first, then shot. However, because I used my shift ability before I engaged, as you can see, I used my shift right before I engage. Now, the process of that is because if he hits me, I'm going to start healing over time immediately. And that's kind of what helped save me a little bit there, but also I think he just missed the headshot. Either way, I'm able to save the lamp, and then I'm able to just focus him down, and I just make sure, as you can see, he's just trying to kill my lamp right there. He's not even aiming at me, right? Where his shots going? You can tell his shots are definitely not, he's not even looking at me. And because of that, I get plenty of time to just walk up into his face and just punch him. And that's kind of the power of an aggressive Baptiste playstyle, and that's what I really want to put the word out there for, because I think a lot of people are playing Baptiste very passively, and they're not using that frisbee as aggressively as they could. Now, usually if you don't have a defensive ult, it's better to save your frisbee and kind of use it as, you know, a minor way to, you know, save against Graviton or Dragon Strike or something like that. But if you know you're on a place where somebody's going to be like this McCree, for example, if he's going to be on this high ground, I can frisbee up here and I can just be as aggressive as possible. And look at that. I get the mercy for that. And that's something that I wouldn't have been able to do unless I had my lamp. So I throw my lamp right here, and it's pretty hard for anybody to focus it. And as McCree is shooting my face and stunning me, I can completely ignore him. It doesn't matter. And then I just can, you know, focus on stopping the res and kill the mercy. Also, another thing that I want to go over with Baptiste, and I'll go over it in this clip, is that you can definitely use your ultimate just on yourself. If you think, and if you know you are going to hit the shots, I mean, just look at this. If you know you're going to hit the shots, you might as well use the ultimate on yourself. Because if you have a team comp, I mean, all you need to really do is look at my team comp, right? We have a Genji who is nano blading and a Narissa who is on the cart. So I could use my gate or window, and I could maybe put it on the cart, and the Orisa could use it, and maybe I could jump down there and I could use it as well. But being on the high ground is going to leave me completely uncontested. For one, she's not going to do anything. She's anti-low. She's contesting the point. These two are too far away. And Winston is coming out of the spawn, so he's nowhere going to be near me, and my Genji is definitely their focus because he's nano blading, and the enemy team wants to try and avoid all of that. So by just standing here on the high ground, I have a line of sight of 3 targets: the Mercy, the Roadhog, and the Ana. And I believe the Tracer is down here, and we get her later thanks to that sleep dart. But essentially my plan here at this window is and lamp as well. I'm just going to lamp, and I'm going to window, and I'm going to shoot this Ana. And then after that, my idea is I'm going to obviously go for this Roadhog because he's a very easy target, and Mercy heals is not going to stop the damage output that I'm going to go through with my ultimate. And 10 seconds of an ultimate is definitely going to kill this Roadhog, especially because you can tell he just used his E, so his defense mitigation isn't there as well. So using that to make sure that you get the kills, I mean, it's a no-brainer, but if you know you're going to get the kills, use the window on yourself, and that is the main priority. Whenever I use the window, I try to use it just for me when I know I'm going to be able to get a kill or secure a kill or just destroy and shred and burst people down. I rarely use it unless there's a Bastion bunker comp, and then I will put the window in front of the Bastion. But other than that, I usually save it for just myself, and I think that's fine. You build an ultimate extremely quickly as Baptiste, so you have no need to just worry about throwing one out there and using it to just secure one kill for yourself. I think that's exactly how your ultimate should be used. Anyways, get out there, play Baptiste. He's an extremely powerful healer and also does way more DPS than you probably even expect. Get in some people's faces if you know they are alone. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.